Kiev's army is within striking distance of the key strategic city of Lyman, which serves as an important supply hub on the western edge of the Donbass. Vladimir Putin faces a humiliating military setback in the Donbass, as Ukrainian forces close in on the capture of a key strategic city. Kiev's forces have sought to continue their forward momentum after their devastating counterattack on the Kharkiv front. Ukrainian units have succeeded in crossing the Oskil and Seversky Donetsk rivers and are now advancing further eastwards. The Ukrainian push is threatening parts of Luhansk province that the Russians painstakingly took during the summer. Luhansk and Donetsk provinces make up the Donbass, the conquest of which became a major war goal for Putin after he was forced to abandon his attempts to capture Kiev. Although Russia's army was able to take full control of Luhansk, it has failed to do the same in Donetsk and is now struggling to contain a powerful Ukrainian offensive in the province. Kiev's army is within striking distance of the key strategic city of Lyman, which serves as an important supply hub on the western edge of the Donbass. The Ukrainians hope to use it as a gateway to push further east and continue their momentum, as they seek to liberate Donetsk and Luhansk from the Russian occupiers. Recent reports confirm fierce fighting around the town of Drobyshiv, which is located just 5 miles northwest of Lyman. A Russian officer from the Bars 13 unit told the military blogger Wargonzo that the situation around Drobyshiv had become critical and that his troops faced being cut off. The officer said, "We are defending Drobyshiv. They are so close to our positions that we can see and hear them. Yesterday we evacuated our troops from Novoselivka, because we didn't have the strength to hold it. We regrouped and are defending Drobyshiv, but the situation is critical. Our opponents are using helicopters, large munition artillery, 120mm and 155mm, as well as UAVs." He added that only 2 lines of communication were still left for resupply, both of which were not secured. The first one was the road running eastwards from Drobyshiv through to Stavki and Torsky. However, this route was under the control of Ukrainian artillery fire. The other road running south from Drobyshiv to Lyman dissected both Russian and Ukrainian positions. The commander added, "The Ukrainians are trying to cut off all supplies to Lyman via Torsky. We don't have enough people, equipment or artillery." He also confirmed that Ukrainian troops had liberated Katarinivka, Nov and Kolodyazy. The Bars 13 is better known as the Russian Legion and was formed mainly from troops serving as part of the Union of Donbass Volunteers. It comes as a Ukrainian commander warned that Russia might be preparing to launch another attack in the Kharkiv province. The Kremlin is reportedly amassing troops and equipment on the border between Russia and the Kharkiv region. Brigadier General Sergei Melnik, the commander of the Kharkiv military garrison, told The Telegraph, "The situation is not calm. Furthermore, on that side of the border they are building up a very large number of troops and equipment and so on. So what they are going to do next we don't yet know." They came screaming in at treetop height, somewhere over southern Ukraine. The pair of swing-wing Ukrainian Air Force bombers dropped a clutch of bombs then speeded away, popping flares to distract Russian air defenses. Below and behind them, a Russian tank exploded. A dramatic drone video that circulated online Tuesday, depicting the above attack sortie, underscores a growing gap between the Ukrainian and Russian air forces as twin Ukrainian counteroffensives in the south and east enter their second month. Ukrainian pilots against the odds are supporting their friends on the ground with aggressive, accurate close air support. Russian pilots are struggling to do the same and are getting shot down in the process. The Tuesday video is at least the third in recent weeks to feature the Ukrainian Air Force's 2-seat, twin-engine, supersonic Su-24s with their variable geometry wings, in action over Ukraine. It's news itself that the Air Force has any Su-24s left, as Russia's wider war on Ukraine grinds into its 8th month. The Ukrainian Air Force own just a dozen or so operational Su-24s, all of them leftovers from the Soviet era, when Russia attacked in late February. The Russians quickly shot down, or blew up on the ground, 11 of the dozen. But Ukraine had scores of old, derelict Su-24s in storage. With what must have been heroic effort on the part of technicians and engineers, the Air Force returned to frontline service enough old bombers to restore the service's sole Su-24 unit, the 7th Bomber Regiment in Starokostiantynov in western Ukraine. Now Su-24s are flying bombing sorties frequently enough and close enough to frontline forces that they're all over social media. Even in this context, the Tuesday video is special. For the accuracy of the raid, if for no other reason. The two bombers, flying fast just above the forest canopy, struck with unguided bombs a Russian tank, while the tank was under the cover of the trees. It's hard to overstate how difficult it is to do that. For this sort of attack, the world's leading practitioner of close air support, the US Air Force, usually employs guided munitions and from medium altitude. There's more margin for error, and more time for corrections, between the moment the plane releases its munition and the moment of impact. But the USAF approach to CAS assumes it has suppressed enemy air defenses and also assumes support from a host of enabling people and systems.